Hey everyone, it's Natalie. I'm just on my little break here at school. So I just wanted to give a positive message about healing, that I'm on that healing journey with you. And if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me at my email. It's my username at yahoo.com. So it's goodintentionslifecoaching@yahoo.com. I can tell you that just being able to breathe again and not have these reoccurring CPTSD thoughts has improved my life so much. But I can tell you, I fought so hard to get those thoughts out of my mind. And one way that I used to change, and I call it retraining the brain, retraining my thinking pattern, was when I was starting to have those thoughts, I would say, okay, Natalie, stop it. And then I'd immediately redirect myself on something else. If it was, not even if I didn't want to do the dishes, just start doing the dishes, sweep, go outside, go for a walk. Walks were very helpful for me. But on your walk, do not listen to anything about narcissism. Listen to your favorite Joe Rogan podcast or something like that. Music, a book or whatever. It's going to take practice, because sometimes as soon as you tell yourself, okay, stop it, and then you redirect, like within a few minutes, you're thinking about it again. And that's when you say, okay, I'm doing it again. And then you have to redirect yourself again. So it's going to take time and you're going to mess up a lot. But over time, like they say, practice makes perfect. And when you're catching yourself about to think about something negative about the narc, or in your personal life even, or if something is going to trigger you into thinking it, then number one, avoid any triggers. Okay, you know your triggers. And number two, being able to catch yourself is going to help you in the long term by practicing that technique of telling yourself out loud, okay, I'm doing it again. And eventually what's going to happen, because what happened with me is that over time, because I kept doing redirecting, the CPTSD slowed way down. That hamster wheel in my head was not spinning as fast. And then over time, it just diminished. And it's very rare that I really think about the narc. That's why sometimes, like when I'm having to make videos and stuff, it's hard for me to do these videos still, because I don't want to think about it. And it is a trigger at times for me whenever I'm sharing techniques or things about, watch out for this and that when you're dealing with a narcissist, and be calm, collected, and quiet, and all that stuff, because having to relive some of those memories triggers me back into kind of thinking about it, either right after I make a video, during the video, or later on, and then I have to redirect. But I found that when I'm very, very stressed out, and as much as I really don't like going on walks, I'll get my dog, we'll go on a walk, we'll have a good time. Sometimes it's nice not to have ear pods in and just listen to nature. Sometimes it's nice just to go in your backyard and sit or lay on a towel and let the sun get on you. And don't wear sunglasses. I'm not saying look directly at the sun, but having that sun is giving you a really good energy vibe. It's giving you vitamin D. It's the reason why you shouldn't wear your sunglasses is because it brings serotonin up in your brain. And so I think the main thing is you need to find a way to keep your serotonin steady and even, because when your serotonin is high and low, like drinking alcohol is going to bring your serotonin level down. Smoking pot, doing recreational drugs, even some prescription pills, bring your serotonin levels down. And so you have to find like an even course, because once you can control your serotonin levels, those recurring thought and that thinking pattern, it starts to diminish. And my saving grace was just taking a walk. Anytime I felt any type of way, or I couldn't stop, like, even if I had told myself, like, Natalie, you're doing it again, and I can't stop, I know that is the time I need to stop doing everything that I'm doing. Ask my son, hey, you want to go on a bike ride? Hey, you want to go on a walk with me? Let's go take the dogs to the park. Let's, like, do something else than sit in that house, because sitting in that house is also adding fuel to the fire, because you're sitting there stewing in your thoughts. So if you can go out and retrain your thinking, where you're outside in nature, or you're maybe going to a library or reading a book and retraining the way that pattern has developed in your head by letting it stew and arguing with yourself out loud and trying to justify yourself and knowing that you're not going crazy, but it seems like you're going crazy because everyone's telling you one thing and the narc's doing another thing, and the narc is saying stuff to your face and then behind your back saying nasty things. So it's a very confusing process, and that's why, like, gray rock, I don't recommend it. I gray rocked many years, okay, and I'll be honest, gray rocking did more damage to me than just cutting the contact, just going no contact. By gray rocking, she still had her way in my life to try to manipulate my husband, even though I was gray rocking, right? But just because I am doesn't mean my husband is or isn't, but he was. But even though the narc knows you're gray rocking, they will ramp up the ABUSC and try to kind of get back in control of the situation, because they know now you figured them out. They've lost control over you, and they start doing more heinous, inconsiderate, nasty things to you on purpose in front of people. Play it off like it's a joke, or play it off as like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but they'll say and do stuff, right, in public, and then just like act like it's not a big deal they said or did those things. Like, they just carry on, and you're standing there like, did this lady really just say or do that? And it could have been towards someone else and not necessarily me, because she's embarrassed me plenty of times in restaurants and hotels, and I could go, the list goes on. She is so embarrassing to go in public because she's so entitled. Okay, this lady is so entitled. She is a freaking Karen. Okay, she complains about everything. She tries to get discounts any way she can over the most minute things. And it's embarrassing because we're having to, like, argue with people, and then she's calling corporate on them. And it's just like doing stuff like that. And also doing things like when we were gray rocking, she would, because she couldn't get any information on me and my husband, she would go and try to, like, befriend people we know, okay, and act like we all have a good relationship, trying to cipher information from other people that know us. And that's what they'll do too, is they try to get friendly with people that know you, or friends with you, or your family, or something like that. Or they'll go on Facebook, or they'll do Google searches, or even with mine did paid a private investigator to follow me for 2 months. Okay. So they will do stuff to find out information on you. So gray rocking is the worst thing. It hurt me in this relationship more in my marriage too, because we were constantly bickering about the way his mother was treating me and him. And if we had just gone no contact, like, I would have been so much better off mentally and psychologically, physically, and my marriage wouldn't have been crumbling. And so when people say just gray rock them, it's like saying, well, you're still inviting them to your party. You see what I'm saying? You don't want the person at your party, but you're still inviting them, knowing that they're going to have bad behaviors. Okay? And I think what really hurts a narc the most is when they have Christmas and Thanksgiving and birthdays or grandchildren's birthdays and they're not invited, or whatever the situation is. That really eats at them, because they know they don't have control over that situation that you do, because you're the parent. So I guess today my message is healing is like exercise. You've got to exercise your healing path every day, every hour. You're constantly trying to get better. You're constantly trying to stop overthinking, hypervigilance, and all this stuff that comes along with it. You are constantly doing self-reflection and self-help for yourself. Read books on it. Watch videos like mine. Do things that are going to set up a starting point in this race of healing, because it feels like a race, because you want to get to the finish line, because you want to be healed. You're tired of being like this. And you know what? It's like the turtle and rabbit. You know what I mean? Are you going to be the turtle, or are you going to be the rabbit in the race? Because sometimes you are the turtle, because you're not following your own procedures, guidelines, or any tactics that I've taught you, or you're allowing these people to get into your head and ruin your day or your moments or your marriage, because you think you're going to be able to one day fix it. So you think by gray rocking and putting them in timeout is going to teach them a lesson, but all it really does is ramp up the abuse, because they see, narcissists are very smart. They see what you're doing, and they're going to love bomb you, and they're going to do all this stuff for you to get you back in line. And then once you're back in line, so the abuse started here, you did what, they love bombed you. Well, guess what? Now when they got their hooks back in you, the abuse ramps up. So every single time that you're disrespecting or avoiding or gray rocking the narc, and they see this, or you're punishing them, or you're not inviting them places, once you give a narcissist an injury, they are after blood. They are after your blood, so you have to be careful. Anyways, my break is about over, but I can tell you, as someone that I'm not fully healed, but someone that doesn't have that hamster wheel anymore, is that redirecting and retraining my thinking patterns and watching for triggers really helped with the starting point. Okay, I'm not at the very end yet, but I'm very close, and I'll tell you, I'm no turtle, because it's been 5 years I've been on this healing journey, and I messed up many times and had to start over and stuff, and that's why it's taken this long. Some people, it might take longer, might take shorter. It depends on how long you went through the abuse. It depends on what happened to you during that relationship with the narcissist. It just really, it depends. There's a lot of things that are dependent on it. And so it's really up to you for you to heal. You're not going to heal just because you want to heal. You're going to heal because you are practicing healing. All right, guys. Peace, love, and harmony. Have a good day. Bye.